All right, so on this pod, we talk a lot about entrepreneurship. I'm a big fan of starting a business, especially if your goal is to win the money game. However, there are other ways to win the money game. It doesn't always have to be starting a business. And we did a video recently on the YouTube channel about how to go buy a business. I think that's a great path as well because you've already made it through the hard early years of a business, trying to find a product, trying to find an audience, and then trying to find a way to deliver the product to that audience. So buying a business can be a great way to de-risk the entrepreneurial journey. However, not everybody is cut out to be an entrepreneur. And I don't mean that in any kind of derogatory way. It's all about self-awareness and understanding your proclivities. And one of the things I realized about myself a couple of years back was that I'm not super entrepreneurial inherently. Like I wasn't the kid, grew up selling things or having a lemonade stand or anything like that. Like that just wasn't me. And I fell into entrepreneurship because I got linked up with a friend who was that type of entrepreneurial person. And what I came to realize, and it took me many years to figure this out because I started to look at the pattern of relationships that I had with my partners in different businesses. And what I came to realize is that I was always partnering with people who were like natural, thoroughbred, born entrepreneurs. Like they had side hustles when they were kids. And what I came to realize in all that was that I'm not actually an entrepreneur, like in the sense of like being that CEO founder type. I'm more like a really good number two in most organizations because I don't like managing people. I don't really like the going out there and selling people. I like building systems and I like the marketing and these things. I'm really good at that stuff, but I'm not really comfortable being like the CEO founder making all the decisions. And so when we build businesses, I usually try to go into it with the mindset that I want to work myself out of this position. I want to systematize it, and I don't want to be the one that decisions are ultimately hinging on. So what I came to realize when we were building Escape Climbing is that I don't want to be number one in the company. I want to be the world's best number two, the right-hand man, supporting that inherent entrepreneur. Like that's the role that I'm actually really, really good at. And most people don't think of that as being like a viable path forward in the entrepreneurial landscape, but I assure you it is. And so if you're at that point where you're kind of like me and you're like, I'm not really a core entrepreneur, go find somebody, partner with that person and bring your skills, or, find a number of people, like build out your team. Because if you want to make money, like you can make a ton of money being the 10th employee at a startup that goes to $1 billion, right? Like the guy, like the 100th employee at Facebook did very, very well for himself. He wasn't an entrepreneur, he was an employee. And so there's ways to make really good money outside of being the CEO or the single founder of a business. And I think that message gets lost a lot in the landscape of the internet world when we're talking about entrepreneurial ventures. Now, with that said, your path might be as an employee, like working for somebody else or working with somebody else, or maybe you're not interested in starting a business and you're working your way up the corporate ladder, like you're employee number 100 at Facebook and you want to work your way up, right? So here's two things that I think can help you on your journey within that corporate hierarchy to, get promoted, get those raises or whatever. But these are two concepts that can help you in all different aspects of life, even if you do go into starting your own business or buying a business or whatever it is. The first one is don't wait to be told. Successful people figure out how to bring value to the world without having to be told. Like that's what they do. If you have to be told what to do, you are simply a cog in the machine and you are replaceable. This is something that I did not figure out when I was younger, by the way. Like I was an idiot when I was working for other people. I was sitting around waiting to be told, being given explicit instructions. My mindset was, I'm not being paid enough to care. And so I put in the minimal amount of effort. I only went where I was told and did what I was told to do. I didn't go above and beyond. I didn't find ways to add value without being told. And as a result, I did not get promoted much. I got fired a whole lot and just generally had a really bad reputation within all the workplaces that I frequented. And I regret that because I missed out on a really great opportunity during that period of time to learn while I earn. And the way that you learn is by going and trying and doing things that are beyond your current ability within that structure. And I was only ever doing things that I was being told to do. So by definition, I was like doing things that I knew how to do or were systematized, and I wasn't really learning very much. So If you want to move up the corporate ladder, you need to not wait to be told what to do. Just take the initiative. Like, initiative goes a really long way. The other thing, and we talked about this in another podcast, we talked about this on a recent video on the YouTube channel, was to eat the frog. This concept is super powerful. Mark Twain said, if you have to eat a frog, if your job is to eat a frog, you might as well do it first thing in the morning. And if your job is to eat 2 frogs, well, you might as well start with the big one first. And I love that quote. I think it's so powerful for, helping us understand if there's hard things to do in your life, they're not going to get any easier by putting them off. So you might as well get them done. So you're not wasting any mental energy and anxiety waiting for the thing to occur. You just do it. Just get it done with. And the same thing can apply within the corporate structure or within, any endeavor, which is, you have frogs that you need to eat. You need to tackle them early in your day. Do them with a smile on your face. But your boss or the people around you, they also have frogs that they need to eat in their life and their jobs, right? And if you can identify what those things are that they have to do that they don't necessarily enjoy doing, and then you can start eating their frogs for them, they will take notice. You will be rewarded. I guarantee that. And so these 2 ideas: don't wait to be told what to do, and then eat everybody else's frogs. Just start collecting all the shitty frogs that everybody has to eat and start doing it, and you will make friends, you will make allies, and you will move your way up through the corporate ladder very, very quickly. And this, again, if you are an entrepreneur, a CEO or founder, these things are the hallmark of success. You as a CEO can't wait to be told. You have to go self-start. You have to go do that. Nobody's coming to rescue you. It is all on you. You have to eat the frog because there are a whole pond worth of frogs that you as CEO and founder have to eat, and you can't put them off because the longer you put them off, the more they reproduce, the more frogs are going to be to eat later. So you might as well start eating those damn things as early as possible. So those are 2 concepts. Hope they bring you guys a little bit of value. I don't know. They're kind of weird, but they can be used in all sorts of different situations and contexts. So I find these frameworks to be very, very interesting and helpful. So hopefully you do as well. As always, guys and gals, thank you for being here. We'll catch you back around these parts tomorrow. But until then, everybody, stay hyper-focused.